look, another Riven video. Amazing. I said in my description for my channel, I make whatever I feel like, and I love testing out Rivens because it's fun. So, Secure Dual Sestra, the LSMGs you didn't know existed. Let's just boop, swoop-de boop. Alrighty, this is the base ones. They're basically a tiny Supra Vandal. Accuracy's a little out there. Fire rate's nice. Reload is slow. Yeah, they're alright. They're pretty cool. But they're mini Supra Vandal with very high dispo, which is quite nice. Status, good. Crit, not so good. That's pretty crap. 16%, 1.6 means you're not going to get a whole lot of crits and they won't hit very hard. Fire rate's decent, magazine size is good, reload is terrible. Puncture and impact, meaning no slash procs. It's a shame. So the only way to make status in this work is to armor shred with it, or gas, I guess. But what the hell is this build? Alrighty, we'll build a normal build for you, and then we'll build a like a super build because I do have a Riven for this. Oh, sorted by name. That's why. Alrighty, essentials, multi-shot clearly, Hornet Strike for damage. Wow, we're really breaking the bank out here with creativity. We're gonna need some dual stats, 1 and 2. And depending on what level you're going against, I'm gonna say you might want a few more to increase your armor strip, but it isn't really needed. We'll throw on Auger Pack for some more damage, and we're gonna throw on Quick Draw. It's gonna cut that reload speed way the hell down. Now for the last mod, we have a lot of options. We have Magnum Force, which is always a fun option. Gunslinger. Now both these mods are not efficient. Let's just take a look at the accuracy. Magnum Force, not so efficient. And with Lethal Torrent, it's a similar story, except trade the negative accuracy with lots of recoil, but it's hilarious. And if you want a real fun time, put both on, I would not recommend it. We're not going to look at that. Use your imagination. So what I'm going to use on that is I'm going to throw on, swoop, toss you over here. I'm going to throw on a 90 mod, just to get slightly more consistent armor stripping. Keep in mind, the proc order is 4 times the number of the impact, or puncture, or slash. So this is actually 800 something, 900 something for the puncture. So we're going to get more puncture than corrosive. It's going to balance that out a little bit. And if you were really serious about it, you could drop you and put on you. And that would balance out our numbers so that we get the most corrosive. But it's overkill because we're firing so many rounds out. It's not really needed. So let's go take a look. We're going to grab 4 of you and 4 of you. This is an odd Riven mod setup. Crazy. Let's see how these do. Armor strip's pretty fast. It's not bad. Time to kill is quite decent. And that reload speed mod is very helpful. Now, you could drill crit on it, and it would help it. But I'm not for this build because this build is all about making this weapon function as good as possible. This isn't about min-maxing its DPS. That's more than acceptable DPS. I'd say that's substantially better than the Supra Vandal, with major downsides to it. My aim is fast part. Alright, and you. We've been past Prod, sure are pain. But that's just because we're firing so many rounds out. Goodness. Take 3. Arcane Consequence. I love Arcane Consequence. Such a fun mod. Or Arcane. Alright, so let's look at that ribbon, because it is a juicy ribbon. Juicy. Multi-shot electricity crit chance. That's why I had the crit on here. So we're going to ditch you, and we're going to throw on Prime Target Cracker to get our crits up to a 3.0, which is okay. It's decent. Pistol Gambit. We're getting a 65% crit chance, 3.0 multiplier, and a lot of corrosive. It's very nice. This is an almost G-roll. That is a fantastic, fantastic ribbon. Let's see how this does versus these boys. I think it's going to be good. I think it's gonna be good. I really like headshots, but it also isn't very good with headshots. Alright, so that was, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5. 1 mag. Honestly, the damage per shot is kind of, like, if you tab fire, it seems like a pair of hyper fast firing pistols that you can tab fire. The damage is pretty good. Count shots. Alright, you know what? We're gonna respawn again and we're gonna count our shots for him. Because that is just amazing. That is some stupid jaw-dropping DPS. So let's actually grab level 120s. This is kind of one of those heavyweight weapons. I don't even have primed Pistol Gambit. This is missing a mod. This is such an overpoweringly high amount of DPS. So this is more of this weapon's weight class. Let's count shots. Actually, we just watched use the weapon counter. There was a miss there. Alright, we'll use you. Damage will be slower starting out because we gotta get some corrosive procs. We're getting pretty unlucky with procs in this guy. There we go. See how that multi-shot works to our advantage? 4 hits there. Alrighty, so that's what, 25? 25 shots from these. If you get consistent headshots. Against a level 120 corrupt enemy. I don't know about you, but I'd say acceptable is a great word for these things. Burns right through them. Gut shots even higher. If you don't want to go for headshots, you will tear enemies in half with gut shots. There isn't really much to say about these because they're so simple. These are the dual Uzis of this game. Dual Uzis. Pardon me. They dump a heinous amount of ammo downrange, and they do it very inaccurately. So we're going to try to get the 120 and Leech Eximus unit, which have 3 times as much health, plus those Maniac Bombers I love. Nope, that's an Arson. It's an Arson. Leech. Alrighty. Lined up. What a cute couple. These are actually females if you didn't know. You can kind of tell by the in-game assets. So, warning. This will overship the crap out of these enemies because they have nowhere near as much armor they do health. So we'll start with you. Armor's gone. But because of the amount of DPS we're doing, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, we're doing slightly less to 9 armor, but it's still just tearing right through it because we're just doing so much damage. Now, if you want to see a real good meme build, I said I wasn't going to show it off, but I forgot my Riven because honestly this thing is sat in cold storage for a while because it's not really usable. This weapon's mag capacity and fire rate, I mean, you can't take this on any mission, really. An a killing big boy mission. So what you could do is you could run something like something ammo efficient. An Exurgus or a Batacore, something with tons of ammo and high damage, but it's better at group control. And use that to run through the mission, and then when you reach the boss or assassination or capture target or objective, you whip out these things and you just lay the pain to whatever is in that room. And I'm going to show you a niche build for these. Very niche, but very fun. So, we are going to ditch the crit mods. Goodbye. And we're going to throw on you and you. And we're going to switch to the best buffing frame in the game. Where is she? Mirage. Alrighty. So, Mirage has clones. Clones will all have guns. So we're going to get a lot more guns. Now, if that doesn't scream wave of death, I don't know what does. So we're just going to spawn a bunch of enemies. Just 20 of these guys. Turn the AI on. Throw some buffs on. just kind of see what happens. That reload speed's definitely a pain. Just look at how... Yeah, it's rough, but it's not a particularly great build. I need a full in the heart and get those combo mods. This isn't with crits. This isn't with headshots. These are gut shots. Watch this. Just one mirage. Gut shots. That will never not be fun. Now, I'm sure you could probably get better DPS from, you know, the crits and headshots and not spraying as much. Yeah, there's the problem, though. We are out of ammo. We're out of ammo. Pardon us 1 second. We'll be right with you. Now you're in for it. Girls. Oh, shoot, my god, forgot. Alright, and you. And you. You existing on my plane of existence? Boy. That's a paddling offense. Well, we're gonna go right up to him. Put our nuts in his face. And he's dead. Now I challenge you. Find me a weapon that can dish out that much damage. Now you can rectify the ammo issues a little bit if you were, you know, a nerd. And when you build this build, you could ditch Pistol Gambit for Prime Target Cracker and throw in Truck Mag. And people will say, oh, you gotta run freaking ammo mutation. No, you're gonna run Trick Mag and you're gonna run Carrier. And that's a decent amount of ammo. And it's still a decent DPS. But it's way less cool, you know? And I'm a strong believer in niches in this game. I think every weapon should have a niche. And I really like the niche this weapon fills out, and I don't want to remove that when I build it. So I'd rather have the higher, just a raw DPS, and not use it as a primary. I think there's way too many secondaries that basically function as pseudo-primaries. I'm going to go through and show you. First, I'll get rid of these guys. I mean, you've seen the DPS, right? Do I need to prove these things have high DPS anymore? We'll get rid of Carrier, because he's dumb. There's too many secondaries that are pseudo-DP, that are super primaries. Twin Roga. This Riven modded is the best shotgun in the game, in my opinion. It is an absurdly good shotgun. Static Core. It's a rocket launcher. Like, it's got a different skin, but it's a rocket launcher. This thing. This is like a railgun of sorts. This is an absurdly powerful gun. This is a flamethrower. This is effectively, visually it's a pair of pistols, but effectively, it's just a really powerful DMR. The high fire rate. Goodness, that accuracy's bad. Is that really how bad the accuracy is? Good grief. I never tested these things' accuracy. That's absurd. Alright. Yeah, like, this is a rifle. These are literally two of what's already a primary. This is a shotgun. This weapon really feels like it fits a role as a panic pair of SMGs, where if you're pinned down, your flux rifle's on ammo, you freaking whip these bad boys out and you just spray the paint on the guys. Clear out the enemies. So, yeah. Not much to say about these. Again, they're really simple. They're not really complicated. If you were crazy, you could build them for mag size, I guess. Let's see how that works. How much mag? You can get 192 shots in them. Now, that is lit, but cold's kind of a pain. You know, let's see how this works. We'll do a mag size build, because screw it. It's not like this video is going to have any freaking cohesiveness or flow anyway. Alright, you sir. DPS is still there. A little bit of overstrip. Yeah, corrosive was definitely better. Maybe versus Bombard? I don't know. You know, you would think that it wouldn't overstrip because we're getting different procs, but I think it's because of the low overall damage. We're just getting more shots in. Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. I definitely was a bigger fan of the corrosive. The one other thing you could do If you wanted to really turn these into a primary, this is a multi-shot. So you could ditch Lethal Torrent, because it doesn't give you that much multi-shot. And you could do a similar build. So we're going to grab our mods again. We're going to throw you in here. And we're going to throw you in here. And this gives us this free mod slot and a much lower fire rate, of which we could throw in Auger Pack. So it's a good mod. It'll give us some damage. And we're getting the lower fire rate, so our ammo conservation's a bit better. I'm going to throw in Convulsion for more consistent procs of corrosive and higher corrosive damage, so it'll be better versus Ferrite Armor. And this should compensate a bit for the loss in multi-shot. So let's grab those testing boys again. This will be our last test, I swear, because I ramble too much. I'm realizing my videos are always super long because I'm rambling for half of it. Alright. That's the fire rate on these now, which is still respectable. I mean, I have... No, you guys aren't frozen. I don't have the pistol damage, freaking... I have rifle amp. I have rifle amp on this? Just so you know, I'm not getting buffs. Rifle amp, arcane consequences strikes for melees, consequences for your bullet jumps, and if you want to see how awesome that looks on Mirage... Wait, do I have lightning jump on this? Yeah, I do. Alright, you want to see something cool? So one shot at you. Alright, watch this. See that? Arcane consequence on a lightning dash Mirage. You just fly in there like Superman. It's pretty dope. Pretty good on the planes. Clearly a slower damage output, but it's not that trade-off, all things considered. I don't think we're gonna get more kills per mag. Actually, you know what? Scratch that, we will. I wonder if I can kill all these guys with one mag. And time to kill isn't bad. So, if you wanted to build these things, you know, to hunt down the big badges of the world, you could build this build, which has the less fire rate and a multi-shot Riven. This is my dream Riven for this things. Maybe trade out crit chance for just damage, and I would ditch the crit mods. That's probably what I would prefer. And then negative, you know, negative zoom's amazing for these because they're not a marksman weapon. Basically, just allows you to use them. It gives you a hip fire and then a more hip fire. Like, what a great zoom. It just blurs your character, which I don't know why you'd want to do. Also, can I talk about how stupid this animation is? It's a stupid animation. I love it. Alrighty, and then I know I said it was the last test. We're gonna do one more, 120s. Just see what this does versus some actual chonkers. We're not gonna do those big boys. I really don't feel like it. Armor shred's still there. I mean, it's still doing more damage than Supra Vandal was. Now with the torrent. You know, realistically, if you could find a negative fire rate Riven and then throw on Lethal Torrent to compensate, you get all that multi-shot without losing the multi-shot without losing the ammo conservation. Probably could have killed him. Let's see if I can kill him with 20 shots. Come on. Yeah. Alright, so I killed him with that mag. Very nice. I made him solid gold because I almost exclusive. If I do use my mission, they're going on my Mirage because that's why. And just to kind of mess around, we'll grab 20 of you boys at level 1. Come and get me. This doesn't really prove anything, but it's just kind of fun to do. Because you know what? I feel like a god-dang... I'm not gonna say gangster, but a champion of men in the hood. with the GATs. The new nickname for these things is the certifiably futurized Glock 17s. I wish you held them sideways. Because, give us a skin where we hold these things sideways. I will pay money for that. I won't, and I'm not a plat, so I probably wouldn't get it. But someone would. I guarantee it, someone would. Because the skins for these are just the standard one and the Parala. Which, if I had the Parala, I would use it, because the base skin just looks like a bunch of egg beaters. I mean, they are egg beaters. Look at this. Yeah, I'll do this so you can see better. Literally egg beaters. Oh, they keep spinning, which is kind of cool. Well, I'm rambling again, so that's about it. Like and subscribe. I'm supposed to say that, right? Like and subscribe. And I will catch you later. Don't hit my pimple. Deuces.